All right, we're live, and I'm gonna hit this fucking button here. Wrong button.
Step into the booth, it's time to ignite. Mental on the scene, bringing heat to the night. Specters in the shadows, we rise from the dark. Blackouts the titles, let's leave our mark. Feel the pulse like the city's heartbeat. Blackout, we're turning it loud. Light it up like the bass draw crowd. Roots one deep in the echoing sound. We're reborn in the chaos, we wear it proud. We wear it proud. Voices of the past, whispers from the streets. Echoes in the alley where the real ones meet. Count the stars, each story a force. We're breaking the chains with every fierce course. In this moment, we own our truth. Blackout, we're turning it loud. Light it up like the bass draw crowd. Roots one deep in the echoing sound. We're reborn in the chaos, we wear it proud. We wear it proud. We're turning it loud, light it up like the bass draw crowd. Roots run deep in the echoing sound. We're reborn in the chaos, we wear it proud. We wear it proud. We wear it proud. We wear it proud. We wear it proud.
All right. Hey guys, what's going on? Your boy Mensa, and we got Neon Blackout here, founder of Deadbeat Doctors. Y'all thought we were done. It ain't done. It ain't over till it's over.
It ain't over till the fat lady sings, and I don't see a fat lady in sight.
I don't see a fat lady. I'm here to kick ass and chew gum, and I'm all out of gum. Man. What an eventful week. So what's been the topic? Well, it's our favorite doctor. Our favorite hasn't been licensed to 2012 doctor. So we're gonna move on further, going in further depth about what's going on. As you guys saw the thumbnail, it is about.
Before we get into that, I kind of want to pull up this audio in this shared screen to talk about this real quick.
Yeah, no problem. So what's bam? So what's bam? Right. Go for it. And guys, if y'all can't see my screen, but I got a beer can in my shit, so yeah, just let me know if I'm being annoying with this slurping.
Yeah, so one of the things in his confession, which he contacted us about and then called us to confess about, and agreed to calling and having an audio call with us, is that he specifically names UAG as the person who he shared the photo with, who gave it out to more people. And I'm going to talk more on this in a second, but I just want to play the audio real quick.
Yeah.
And then when you showed that picture, I'm like, wow, it is true what all my friends are saying. Let me screenshot it, and I showed UAG.
But I told you not to screenshot it,
right,
because it was an expiring photo.
I thought that if I could take the picture and just show one person, that person would be like, you know what? Okay, she had told you. Like, I would kind of confirm but I didn't know he was gonna do what he was gonna do.
Okay, here.
I did. I swear, he swore on his family. He swore.
Here's the funny thing about this
Mhm.
is that he's trying to deflect the blame to UAG.
Yeah.
Okay, so like that's what he's trying to do, and hold on, I'm gonna play the rest of this, but just like it should be easily recognizable that this is what he's doing. He's deflecting. Yeah. He's like, okay, I did it, but UAG's the one who shared it. Well, like I didn't tell UAG not to take a screenshot of it and not to share it.
Right.
You know.
Right.
This, and so I trusted him as my only friend.
I'm still laughing at that. Okay, go. It's your.
I feel like shit. I had no idea. When he did all that stuff, we had a heart attack.
It's your time to go.
And when he shared it, and he did all that stuff with Sosa, I lost respect for him.
Okay, this is such bullshit. Like, don't bring UAG's personal shit into your problems, bro. Like this is how much of a bitch this guy is. Like, don't bring UAG's problems or his life decisions into what you chose to do. You were the only one who had the picture, which you illegally capped from me against my will. So you not only have the fact that I said don't screenshot it, don't share it with anyone, and sent it as an expiring photo, but then you have the fact that he did share it with people. And I personally think that him saying UAG was the only person that he gave it to is a bullshit cop out, because he's saying all these other things about UAG. Like, I lost respect for him and blah, 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 blah. Dude, shut the fuck up. You know what?
Yeah.
Just shut the fuck up. Because he's probably still 20 times of a better person and probably more of a man than you will ever be.
Right. If I could preface real quick, the time I knew UAG, you know, he and you know, we all have our own, you know, opinions and experiences and stuff, right? And I had mentioned that not once since I've known UAG has he ever said anything ill, bad, or anything of you. But this is well before I knew you. You know what I mean? Like, like never shared anything negative, nothing. So it was a shocking hearing him basically try to shift blame to UAG on anything. And either way, it wouldn't even matter if it was true. Let's just give Zohar a benefit of the doubt, which we shouldn't, because he's a piece of shit. It doesn't matter because UAG wasn't, you know, that wasn't UAG's secret to keep. That was Zohar's secret to keep.
Yeah, exactly. And so the fact that he's bending over backwards to implicate him as the reason why it was a problem or it got leaked or whatever, it's like, dude, like, really, you're sitting here crying like a bitch, probably fake crying, and you know, oh, I'm gonna have a heart attack. Oh, I've been crying for 30 minutes. Like, dude. And then you're shifting all the blame to UAG for leaking the picture when you're the person who did it. You're the person who took it from me, who leaked it, and then who lied about it, and then who tried to slut shame me and make me look like some desperate lying sack of shit.
Right.
You know? So I don't like that. That's just something that, like, everybody should know. Like, everybody should be aware of, like, this is the level that this guy sinks to, you know, even when he's allegedly, according to him, under duress, even though he contacted you and begged to talk to both of us when I didn't want to. I didn't want to talk to him, and I didn't want to have anything to do with him because he'd caused me so much like bullshit problems and had gone through, you know, so many hoops to like make my life miserable on YouTube and translated into, you know, real life situations as well. Right. I mean, like the amount of like anxiety and stress that I got from dealing with this guy was crippling in a sense. I mean, it even damaged my YouTube channel. And I can prove that with analytics. Like, this is not just like a baseless claim. Like, I can show you analytics from the time that it happened, and you will see a massive fucking drop in my subscriber count. Right. And it's and so it's like, you know, and again, it's not something that I talk about because it's nobody's fucking business, right? Like, if you're a close friend of mine and I want to tell you, I will, but it's nobody's fucking business. Like, I'm not again trying to date anybody or any of that bullshit. And I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. But the point is that he took an opportunity where he could have owned it and been like, I fucked up so bad and I never should have given it out, period. But then instead of just doing that, he completely started to deflect it onto UAG. And I mean, what is he doing, you know, now? He's just completely denying it again. Like, how do you deny it when there's literal audio of you crying like a bitch and admitting that you did all these things without us prompting you?
Exactly. When it's like, I don't understand how much of a fucking idiot this guy is. I have like 5 to 8 emails from him begging him to call me. Like, he's begging for me to speak to him, right? Like, hey, talk to me. I'm like, okay. And then I'm talking to him first. Like, you don't even know the conversation. And I'm like, all right, well, if you're going to speak to Jade, you know, because I'm playing quarterback or linebacker, you know, like, I'm blocking him. I'm like, you're going to have to admit to what you've done. Like, these are the circumstances to, first you need to write a letter of apology. He's like, okay, yes, I'll do that. Then he writes his letter of apology. I'm like, okay, the whole point when you call us is for us to get an audio and video confirmation of what you've done. What does that mean? That means your ass is getting recorded. Confirmation, meaning we're going to log what you're doing. And then when he's asking if he's being recorded or not, he knows. We tell him, you know, like, yeah, if you fuck up, if you keep doing what you're doing, we're going to release this shit. So you had every opportunity to stop fucking talking or never call. You know what I mean? Like, you made this choice. So to sit there and go, oh, you recorded me without my permission. No, bitch, you could have hung up the fucking phone anytime you fucking wanted and you didn't have to fucking talk to begin with. Right. And it wasn't even a phone. It, like, let me get that straight. It was a fucking Instagram call. And your ass was captured on video with home security camera, which I'm allowed to have in my fucking home. Like, you're an idiot, dude. You are a fucking idiot. But sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I mean, all true, all good points. And I mean, that's the thing though. Like, I mean, you know, he always tries to like worm his way out of things. Like, it's like, you know, like him blocking you on LinkedIn. That's hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Like, he thinks that by blocking you, the problem will just go away. Like he said in his admission, he said, "Oh, I just thought you would stop and I would stop and it would just go away." No, it's never going away, dude. It's gonna get worse and worse and worse and worse.
Exactly.
And that's not like a threatening thing. That's just like the way it's gonna go because the evidence is gonna keep piling up. And like, dude, I'm not gonna give stuff away, but like, it's so it's so mind-blowing to me. Like, how can you be that stupid? And it's not stupidity, it's like, you know, it's a disorder, obviously, that's causing these type of like impulsive behaviors from everything that I understand and I've read about it. So I'm not a psychologist, but that's clearly like what the
Neither
only
is he,
thing that could cause.
apparently.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's like the only thing that could,
I'm a
you know,
program director.
push someone to do the type of shit that he's like. It's mind wrecking, not even mind blowing. It's mind wrecking.
Right. It- and then during this whole time, he's sitting there begging, like, I hope I get to meet Jade. I hope I get to meet Jade. Oh, you should come over and go to SoCal, go to SoCal. You know, and I was thinking about it. You know, I was just like, you know, maybe I don't know, because then I could go see Dom, and you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But then
dude,
it's
I'm like, no,
but
he is the reason.
Mhm.
No,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Oh, I was saying what was crazy about this though was I told him, I was like, just because I'm talking to you doesn't mean it's everything's okay with Jade. Like my relationship with you, Zohar, is separate from your relationship with Jade. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I had to
don't
block his email address
right. Like
because
he kept sending it over and
sending
over and
emails, and
over.
it's like, dude, like, stop emailing me, leave me
Right.
alone. And
Right.
then you know, you told me about the SoCal gaming thing, and I'm like, no, because that's exactly why I didn't want to go, and why I didn't go to SoCal Gaming Expo, is because of people like him and what he has done. I don't feel fucking safe going to any of those
And nor
places.
should you feel safe.
I do not, and no, dude. And the fact that he's like saying, you know, the things that he was saying to you, I mean, I'll let you play the thing, and then we can talk about it more.
But basically, he messaged me. He said, "Hey, are you going to go to SoCal Gaming Expo on June 8th or 9th? I think Jade will be there. Not sure. Imagine us all there. We can all have lunch." On me? Hello, I'm serious. And I'm like, maybe I should. And he's like, well, you should try to make it. Bill could talk about the bash box and life is too short. And then he's like, you know, la da 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 da. My treat. Saturday if you come. And then basically he was talking about trying to give you a Funko Pop and hopefully she doesn't punch me in my face. And I'm just like, I'm just thinking to myself, this is kind of creepy. Like, why is he so intent? But either way, here's some audio proof.
No, I'm saying I'll pay for Saturday or Sunday, lunch on me, and then I don't know how far Jade is, but I'm pretty sure Jade is coming. I'm pretty sure Jade is going to be there either Saturday or Sunday or both. And then
how the fuck would he know?
You don't have to like pay for a hotel. You and Jade can just hang out and whatever, and that's it. Done. There's your hotel fee. Done. Lunch. Done. Ticket on me. Kind of bury the hatchet, kind of a thing, and that's it. I think it'll be fun, man. And then you can shop around Bashbox. Maybe even bring Bill, and like do.
Dude, okay,
like
pause it.
Yep. Pause.
Yeah, I would never, ever go anywhere fucking near this guy.
Right.
Like in my mind, he's a complete fucking psychopath. Like, who does the things that he did to someone and thinks that you're gonna be cool? Just because I say you're forgiven doesn't mean that I'm cool with you. It means I'm like, okay, it's done. You're forgiven. That's it. But I don't want to talk to you anymore. I don't want to interact with you. We're not cool.
Right.
Like we're not cool because he's psychotic. Like he goes through these phases of up and down, and he goes like manic into like this crazed, like, I'm gonna attack people thing, and then when he thinks he's empowered is when it's the worst. So if he's surrounded by a lot of people who are encouraging him and stuff,
and we know who those people are.
Yeah, he goes fucking nuts, and he thinks he can do anything because people are gonna back him up, and then he can lie and get away with it, and people are gonna back him up. And I'm like, no, dude, no. And I never, like, at all in the history of knowing him, supported that other than his what was his bullshit thing he told me about his some of his alts or whatever. But
Right.
but that was just like I'm just staying out of it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, you're just listening.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, I don't think anybody fully understands like the depth or the level of craziness that you're dealing with this guy until it's too late and you've already like gone through it. And I mean, like, for example, Rev and Twisted, and you know, even like Mike B, Danny and Katie, there's too many people to name off, but the bottom line is Kong's his wife. The bottom line is that he's fucking crazy. Like, he is literally crazy. And I mean, here you've got a guy who is a fucking mental health professional and, you know, allegedly works with youth for a foundation that is funded by the city of Los Angeles,
right?
Or gets funding through the city of Los Angeles. And it's like, dude, I can't even begin to comprehend how this guy is doing what he's doing online. I mean, and it's like we talked, my only conclusion that I can come to is, like I was talking about earlier, is that he feels empowered because the people who he's around at his work don't believe that he's a psychopath. And so he feels like he can get away with and do whatever. But it's like him tagging the mayor of LA on Twitter and going, "I work for you, help my life." Like, dude, what?
My life's in danger.
Like, what person in their right mind, what professional would be like, this is a good idea. You know, this is what I'm going to do to help my situation out. Like, bro, you look like 10 times more of a psychopath than you did when only people on YouTube were seeing it. Because now you tagged the mayor. You commented on the mayor's tweet. Like, what
is he trying to get? And what is he trying to get help with? That's the funny part. You know,
well, yeah.
Make them stop showing my audios and videos. Like, what?
No, because he wanted to sick law enforcement on us.
Right.
Like, this guy is, dude. I mean, like, threatening CPS, insinuating that we're incapable of being parents because we're whistleblowing on his ass.
At fucking 50.
Right. And who probably, you know, presumably can't get married because he's a fucking psycho, dude. And you know, I don't even want to begin to think about kids, like,
right? Interesting.
I don't even want to try to figure that out. Like, but it's very sus.
Very.
Like, anybody who gets to that age and hasn't had some sort of serious long-term relationship,
I agree,
and has those kind of behaviors, it's very clear why. You know what I mean?
Very. Yeah, it's awkward, highly awkward. Oof. Want me to finish playing this?
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know, man. I think it'll be fun. Why not? Why the fuck not? Who gives a shit? I mean, as if you're flying over to California. Oh, okay. So if you're now it makes sense. So if you're just coming for one day and then leaving, okay. But I don't know, if you're staying Saturday and Sunday and you wanted to do 2 days, then where the fuck are you going to sleep? You know what I mean? That's what I'm.
You know, I'm confused on the harassment piece. You know, when, you know, if I can transit where, you know, when this all started, before I knew what's going on, Rev, how you doing, brother? I'll make sure I unblock your thingy. Before this all, when it all started, he was lying, going around saying that he got fired. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And that people Messiah called my job and I'm fired. I'm like, no, I never fucking called your job, jackass. But since you said I did, I might as well, right? And see if you really are fired. So,
Right.
I did call, and of course he wasn't fucking fired. So then he kept on, right? Pulling his bullshit. So yeah, I went ahead and emailed his his so-called supervisor, which they must be fucking or something. Something's up with that relationship. Either way, fucking this chick gives him this motherfucker my number. So then he calls my personal cell phone number. Right? Like, Zohar, you're a fucking moron. I have phone logs and I have audio and video of you calling me on my Ring camera the day of the email on a phone number that's not listed that I only gave to your supervisor. So you took something that didn't belong to you and you called me. Who's harassing who, you fucking idiot? Do you not understand how stupid you are in your fucking lies? As if you're not fucking like this. The world's called the fucking internet. You know, like he makes no sense.
No. Well,
None
I
at
mean,
all.
and that's what you'd expect from somebody who's excruciatingly manipulative, sociopathic, whatever you want to call it, narcissistic. I mean, he's the one who said, and I quote, "I'm not playing Messiah."
Right. You see the "you stop, I stop." You pull that up.
Yeah.
It's
What
on
the
the
you
right.
stop?
Yeah, right there on your mouse icon. Oh, never mind. It's my mouse icon. On the third video down.
Third video down. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Are we playing? Am I playing this right now?
Yeah. So, context, real quick, is that this is exactly when I about 30 minutes after I had emailed Monica that day. So it's around the 2023, back in like last year. That this guy is harassing me, calling my number that's not listed, that I personally only gave to Monica, that he's harassing me. So go ahead and play that. I didn't say my name.
Okay, then I don't know. He told me that he wanted me to talk to you.
I don't believe
That's why I reached out. Okay.
because that's not what he told me.
How can we stop this? Because this is going too far, dude. We're like messing with people's lives.
You are. Okay, you're fucking with people. You're racist, dude. You did this a long time ago.
How can we stop it? Or do
You
want
shut
to
the
do
fuck
this
up.
forever?
You could, dude. It's easy. Keep on.
Are you mad? Are you mad because
Keep
I
on.
did a post about Sheila?
No,
So why are you still like on this? Like I tried to stop you.
you
Still doing it.
are causing shit. You're fucking with people's brains. You know what you're pulling.
So
You can knock it
my
off.
question is, what do you want to do?
You can shut the fuck up and stop what you're doing, and it all ends.
Okay, it all ends then. Can you
But-
stop and I stop? Because that's what Mets told me. He said, you stop, I stop. I
How
thought
many
we
times
were
you heard
good.
that?
Then I get this huge.
Dude,
Yeah.
you know what you've done to everybody.
And that's the thing. Like he does that exactly what he was talking about in that one of the other videos that are on the Reality Bites channel is on, and he's talking about it on like Zod Rider's live stream, and he's like, "Oh, he had a deal with Papa Brad," and what he does is he gaslights people into shit, and then goes like, "No, you stop, and I'll stop."
Right.
And then
And
he
I'll stop.
gaslights you. He gaslights you. He gaslights you into shit again. And he's like, oh,
Oh yeah, remember the twisted video too? You stop and I stop. You stop and I stop. Man.
yeah. And he thinks like he lives in this delusional fantasy lollipop land where he thinks shit's just gonna disappear. Like he literally thinks it's just gonna disappear. And it's like, dude, it's okay if that's what you want to think.
And guys,
go ahead.
This is on my personal cell phone that he didn't have access to. that
Yeah.
he gained by reading a personal email that was not directed at
It was
him.
it was a
This is
professional
literal
courtesy. It was a
fucking
professional
harassment.
courtesy. Yeah, it was a
Right.
professional courtesy to Monica.
Exactly.
I mean, so to me, that's crazy. That is
Right.
it's insane that she gave him your phone number or gave him
Right.
access to that email or whatever it was. And two,
Mhm.
it's insane that he thought it was a good idea to use that.
Right.
Like, dude, okay. Yeah.
Like
so
the
let's see.
emails
So
of
we have,
grievance about you, dummy.
yeah. And we have multiple emails coming in from him, starting with the ones of him saying that everything he was doing was wrong and essentially admitting to the fact that.
And when we say multiple, I want you guys to imagine this scenario of multiple. We're not talking about ones and threes or fives or tens. We're talking about 30. Okay, that's not an exaggeration. I have about 30 plus emails from this guy. About 30. Imagine that, 30.
Yeah.
And it's
I
one
mean,
way.
I
It's
had to
from
block
us.
him.
That's it. Not
I
me
wasn't-
replying to him.
Who's
harassing who?
I wasn't replying to his emails, and I had to block him because, you know, I think the last one of you know, the gaslight of acting clueless and
Right.
dumb,
like he's an innocent, like he's a victim
right,
or
like
something.
he's an innocent bystander. I was just like, no. Like, you either own your shit or you don't. Like, I don't give a fuck at this point. I'm done playing this bullshit mental cat and mouse game, you know? And that's the thing. Like, dude, I mean, there's so many different levels of like how unbelievably fucked he's made himself. Like, he is literally abandoned. He deleted multiple accounts. We have like pretty much all of the incriminating videos from those accounts,
Right.
that were totally public for him. We have you know, his DMs and audios from his console fanboy account. And it's once you do stuff like that, you're leaving that stuff with somebody on their platform,
Right.
you know, and then you take the fact, you just couple that with the fact that he took the audio from that and actually chopped it up in a way that was out of context, which is slander, and defamation, and then made it look a certain way, and even lied in videos about it, which can be proven, all of which can be proven. So all of the things that he's done can be proven to be complete lies, like without question, like very easy.
Without question.
And then you have all the evidence against his professional practices, you know,
Right.
like he doesn't hire people who put you know, he whatever, she, her, they, them on their resumes. And I mean, I like you can't do that. Like, you can't not hire someone just based off of that. That's literally discriminatory. But he openly admits to it. He's like, I don't give a fuck about that. He's like, so as soon as I see it, I just pass over it. And I'm like, but that literally contradicts what you just said. You just said you don't give a fuck. You care about whether or not they can do the job. So people now in today's, you know, day in today's world, they do stuff like that, especially in California, because it's supposed to, like, that's what they were taught in college, and it's like a professional courtesy type thing. I wouldn't do it. You don't have to do it, but a lot of people do it, especially like younger people. And so I think that that shit is just, it's hilarious, because he's like, you know, yeah, I don't care, but hey, you know, basically I'm just going to contradict myself by caring. So, and I'm going to then do something that's technically considered illegal in the state of California. So, and then he's talking about interning therapists. You can't intern a fucking therapist if you are not licensed. It's not like a question. It's not a questionable thing. Like, it's a fact. It's a matter of fact. He hasn't been licensed since 2012. This is public information.
Correct.
And he's talking about interning therapists. So he's either a fucking liar or he's just hiring them and then wants to claim that he's interning them because he is a bitch and he can't really intern them because he doesn't have a license to do that. And I mean, you have these women who, you know, have associate licenses or, you know, are associate LMFT or whatever. And this guy is like, you know, trying to take credit for interning them, and it's like, but you can't intern them because you're not licensed.
Right. I don't understand where his brain is at when it comes to this, and how this is going to most likely catch up to him in the long run. That the right person is going to see this stuff. And as I was trying to tell folks, there's an app that you download in California that will alert you on the current state of any doctor's licenses.
Yeah.
And it'll notify you. So as soon as someone's license becomes expired, it'll go, hey, this doctor's license is expired. It's public information.
Yeah, and Kevin says you can't call yourself a counselor, social worker, psychologist, etc. And that you have to be licensed to be even a fucking social worker, dude. Like even a social worker. And so whatever, like, so either this program, New Directions for Youth, is a corrupt program where essentially, I mean, like, he's working there because that's the only place that'll hire him because he is fucking nuts, and he'll play along with the corruption. And I mean, you know, who knows what's going on there? I mean, and I haven't like really read anything bad about the organization, but I mean, considering the fact that he worked at Starview before, during a time that he was a primary therapist and unlicensed. And by the way, you cannot intern as a therapist if you don't at least have a license to be an associate. And his associate license expired. Right, his associate license expired in 2012. I mean, this again is public knowledge, and you confirmed when you called the board that those credentials are just not there. They're just not. Correct. And there's no other way around. Like, you have to be licensed to be a school counselor with a master's degree in psychology. Like, you have to be licensed to do that. And you can look up
what happened to Dr. Umar Johnson. It was the same bit where he had to go answer to the board because he was going around TV claiming he was one.
Yeah, but this guy, you know, likes to play all the narcissistic bullshit cards, like, oh, Google is your Bible. No, actually, bitch, education is my Bible. Like, maybe actually I know a couple things because I know people and I do research and I have an education and I am able to use resources to figure things out that I don't know. So I can't be fooled like people like you.
Right. But you know what's interesting about what Kevin says is that this guy's actually said he was at all of these. He said he was a psychologist before. He has said he's a mental health counselor before. He's even claimed to be a psychotherapist. I am your psychotherapist, Dr. Zohar Vaisman, degree in psychology. Dr. Z's podcast, you know, and Dr. Z podcast, which are magically all gone. Interesting. Why would you take down all like 20 of your podcasts? Probably because what you were doing was fucking illegal. Otherwise, you would have them up still. You don't just take down all your freaking podcasts just to take them down. That's dumb. That don't make no sense. Not yet, Kev.
What was the question?
Or has anyone confirmed to us about action yet? I said not yet.
Oh,
I'm in
yeah.
the Chicago area, and one of the mayors near me is corrupt as hell, and we all are waiting. Oh yeah, is it the Dalton one? that shit is insane. Finish out this audio if you don't mind.
Yeah, I got you.
And what you've been pulling, okay? So I hope you get that.
Let's just stop
Hey,
this.
because I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not the one. All right, you should know this by now because I got too much. Because I got.
What Sheila is doing on her.
No, don't. She's not lying, dude. She's not lying. Stop it. Stop the gaslight, man. No, don't. Stop the gaslighting. Okay, you know what you're pulling.
Screenshot 3 weeks that I just did it was 3 weeks old.
I'm not involved in her shit, dude.
This is another thing that
I didn't know you then.
Yeah,
like that.
This is another thing that just drives me up the wall is that he likes to say that, oh, you know what you're doing is illegal. Wah, wah, wah. But this fucker does the same shit. He does exactly the shit, but he does it maliciously and in a way to where he puts it out of context or only puts a certain part of it in there to make it fit his narrative only instead of like actually using it truthfully. Like when he tried to make Justin look like a racist and
that was disgusting.
Yeah, he tried to make Justin look like a racist when Justin was basically saying to him, like, you're like, could you make this any more racist? Like, to him, like he's being a racist prick.
Right. I had long conversations with Justin before, and no, that's not Justin at all. And exactly, he was concerned that people were buying into what Zohar was saying. I was like, look, man, anyone with a fucking brain knows that was completely taken out of context. Like, clearly, you were basically being sarcastic, to Zohar, in the situation, as being a friend as much as you could be a friend, but also shame him and, in such a way that goes like, really, dude, like, are we doing this? And then he tried to flip it. And it's like, you're disgusting, dude. You're so fucking disgusting, Zohar. Real quick, Andy, he definitely had a doctor-ish podcast. I am a psychotherapist, Dr. Zohar Vaisman. It's called the Dr. Z podcast shit. It's taken off the internet.
No, it's right here.
Yeah, but you can't play nothing. It's all gone. It's taken off.
Really?
He hit it all. Oh, trust me. Back in 2022, when this all started with me and him, and I had let shit go. It was during the IRcade era. I had got his ass on shit, and I was looking into his ass because I was able to pull up all his fucking receipts and shit. Apparently, I knew he wasn't licensed then, but I didn't give a fuck. Apparently.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But yeah, and I forgot about it because I was able to pull up Google Photos from 2022 on his ass where I had found all this shit. But long story short, it's all gone, and he claims it's because it was all controversial and bullshit. Like, whatever.
Oh, dude, please! And this is from the guy who's like, "Don't censor me. I'm not going to be censored. Your cancel culture. Your cancel culture." Like, dude, I mean, like, I've never seen some next level shit like this guy is on. Like, I'm just like, this is real life. Like, this person is working around children. Like, that is the part that is just mind blowing to me. Like, I cannot believe that.
Agreed, Andy. Yeah, he's a decent guy. I mean, when I started getting into the scene, Justin was one of the first people to break bread with me. That's just a fact. And I told Justin, I was like, watch the bullshit start. Soon as you acknowledge me and you fuck with me, you're gonna see all hell break loose. And boom.
I don't trust any. I don't fucking.
Oh,
though.
I agree with you.
No,
Like,
I don't trust anybody. And I have no problem saying that. I don't fucking trust anybody because you know what?
Right.
Every single person I've seen contradicts what they say. They go behind your back or they go on other channels and they comment. You can be the realest, nicest person with people and they still will just turn their fucking back on you. Like,
You're right.
Yeah, like there is nobody who I've encountered that I've been able to stay in touch with, like no one except for you, and for good reasons, because these people have literally fucking lied and backstabbed me for no reason. Like I didn't do anything to them,
Right.
you know, and so many of them took Zohar's side. So many of these people took Zohar's side, and yeah, that is a problem, because if you're that dumb, like if you're a dumb enough fuck to take his side and to be that blind to what's going on, I don't want anything to do with you. Like you're out of your fucking mind, dude. You know, and so yeah, and I try not to make things personal, and you know, take it to that level. And even in this situation, I think a lot of it is like professional level shit with him, that he's stepped over that boundary into a place that is there's no longer like you know, it's not even a gray area. Like he stepped from white into black. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand. You know, and it sucks. I'm sorry that happened to you, because you know that's just no way to live. You know what I'm saying? That your walls have to be up to this point that people, you know, or
yeah. I mean, it's YouTube.
People, you know, I mean, I can
YouTube.
literally name the names.
It's
but
YouTube.
Way,
I have friends.
But
yeah, I have friends. I mean, I have, you know, I have friends in real life. It's just like it's the thing of, it's like the networking of YouTube. It's like it should be friendly, it should be fun. You're working around adults, and coming from a military background, you know, like a careerist background in the military, which is like pretty, you know, professional, especially when you get up into like the higher ranks, really. Right. But I mean, the point is, like, you work with people and you build trust with them, but these people, the way that they build trust is by lying to you and then fucking you over, turning their back on you, you know. And
be damned if you call them out. Be damned if you call them out.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like if I did that, you know, then I think I would feel some type of way about it, because I don't think that. I think that you just have to let it go, you know, with the exception of Zohar, because what he does is not just to one or two people or like a personal beef. It's like literally he is like trying to just fuck people up when he doesn't have his way with them. And it's like the narcissistic supply thing, you know, once they go through it with somebody, then they run out of you, they get bored with them, and then they got to move on to something else or somebody else. And that's exactly what he has done.
Right.
Time and time again.
Kevin says, yeah, it sucks whether friendship relationships, people do violate your trust and have to keep your guard up. Unfortunately, and future relationships are impacted because of it. And Reese says, man, I hear you guys on that one.
Yeah, he knows. Yeah. He knows.
It's
Reese, I know. Reese, you and me are good.
And it's like, guys, it's the internet, and no one's. Look, I always been one of those people who go, just because you're friends with someone I'm not friends with doesn't mean you can't be friends with that person. You know what I mean? You're grown, right? Like I've always been that way. But what I am sick of is that you've been say example, let's just, you know, I'm gonna do a hypothetical with you. You know, you've been slighted by Zohar, right? Here I am helping you out, And then imagine if you and me had a little bit of falling out or some shit like that. And then now all of a sudden you and Zohar are friends again or some bullshit on that, to the point where it's like you somehow magically forgave him over like the unforgivable of sins.
I literally,
just to get at me. And that's
I almost threw
basically this whole fucking community. And I can name all the fucking names and y'all all fucking know who you are, you know? Like
I almost threw up when you said that. Like I actually
you get me. But that's what these motherfuckers do. And when I say these motherfuckers, there's only like, 10 of them, in this space, because we're like, a space of like 50, you know what I mean? And it's a weird science how you can do a 2-hour fucking roast videos and go, welcome back. You know what I'm getting at? Like, it's insane. Like, what? Like, I don't get it. Like, don't get me wrong, be Christian and forgive and whatever, but is this the enemy of my enemy bullshit? Like, it's weird. It's fucking weird.
I don't think that everybody fully realizes the severity of what this guy does. That is the conclusion that I've come to with.
It's not until it happens to them.
Most people, until when you watch and you see and you look at the type of things that he does, like going on Twitter and tagging, all of the agencies that he tags on there and saying that literally that we're going to take his life. Like, that is right. And by the way, that is straight up fucking defamation and slander. And not only that, but all the videos that you made, Zohar, those are all defamation and slander, you dumb fuck. Like, when you do that, you are lying out your teeth. And then on top of that, you as someone who works in the medical field, which by the way, just because you're not licensed doesn't mean that you don't have to follow ethics or guidelines. And then you're going on these videos and you are basically saying, you're diagnosing people. You're diagnosing me publicly without my consent, and you're lying. You're saying things that aren't true. And by the way, you know what? I don't have an issue like you're claiming, which is labeled in a DSM-5 mental health disorder. Actually, according to you do. And then you're saying Mensa has mental health disorder. I mean, Mensa, pull up the picture of that post that he made where he diagnosed both of us in the community post. Yeah.
All right, one second. Mic check. All right, cool. Sorry, my shit was like, why is there audio going down? It's like, do you
have that picture of where he diagnoses us?
Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah. So not only that, he makes these videos, right, where he's lying about almost every single thing in the video, and calling us this, that, and the other, and then claiming that I'm threatening his life because there was a clip from the Matrix in there that says dodge this, and everybody knows that was not a threat, and it shouldn't. Like, look, I'm not even gonna explain that. Like, so it's insane. It's absurd. Like, the level of unethical behavior, the lying, the gaslighting, and like, do you think that can't be disproven? Because that is a huge part where you are sorely mistaken if you think that. I mean,
yeah, I hear you. Let me see here. Share screen, and then Chrome tab, LinkedIn, his favorite site.
Yeah, here you go. There you go.
And I think I could pull up
boost it to some of that full.
I think I can do it Just hold on. Let me see if I can pull it up closer here.
All right. So we'll start with Mensa's diagnosis. And this is what it says. The following are some truths you should know as well. Messiah 1S Gaming on YouTube has severe emotional trauma due to his time in the military and projects all of that distress onto others to relieve some of that trauma he still has. Just look at the dozens of YouTubers he harasses on his channel. He is severely disturbed and in need of some cognitive behavioral therapy. Most likely some SSRI meds too. Just one quick glance at this 65 community posts about me, and it will be clear how severely imbalanced he is. Dude, he's saying what kind of meds he needs. He's diagnosing him and saying that he needs cognitive behavioral therapy. Like, what? And then
what license does he have again to offer all this advice? I'm confused.
Yeah, his 2012 expired psychological associate
license.
His fucking basic bitch couldn't even fucking get.
Apparently, he couldn't pass.
Well, so Sheline Gaming or Neon Battle Bitch or Sheline TV or on YouTube or whatever other channel she hides under suffers from gender dysphoria, severe narcissistic personality disorder, bipolar disorder, and borderline as well. That's borderline personality disorder. This person too has suffered a great deal of emotional trauma due to his time in the military, also projecting his trauma onto others as a way of relieving some of that distress. He has a therapist, according to his retired Twitter account, but apparently doesn't say the truth to his therapist either. He states he doesn't want to tell his therapist everything because he didn't want to have a mark on his back, as he states on his Twitter. Like, bro, what the fuck? First of all, oh my God, dude, both of the aforementioned veterans above will eventually be charged in civil court. And since veterans are held to a much higher standard than civilians, considering their, what does that say? Breadth of knowledge of the law. What? Will be subjected to a much harsher punishment than normal. So he's trying to threaten us with, like, expecting us to be like really stupid and be like, oh yeah, that's right, we are held to a higher standard and we do have a lot of knowledge of the law, which is not true. No. In the military, it's called the UCMJ, you stupid fuck. And that's what you're subjected to. And if it's in the civilian world, you're actually subjected to the UCMJ and the law.
Real quick, hey Zohar, you know what a veteran is? A fucking civilian, you stupid shit. Okay,
yeah, thank you. And I was gonna say that, and so then saying that we're held to a higher standard, you know what? If that is true, you're goddamn right that they're gonna look at us and they're gonna look at what you're doing and what you've done and all the evidence that we have, and they're gonna go, Jesus fucking Christ, what is wrong with this doctor who works around youth? Like, this type of stuff is like literal bullshit intimidation tactics.
Hello, if you served 1 day in the military and you're a veteran, you a judge is going to hold you more. No, that would be illegal, you stupid fucker. Like, this makes sense. It hurts my head. It hurts my head.
Yes, it painstaking to fucking read. And then if you look up there, number 3 at the very top, I am not an unlicensed therapist practicing therapy without a license. Okay, you just repeated yourself. I don't know what kind of
like grammar
bullshit that was. I am a program director. Okay, let's go look at his program director billet description, Mensa. Let's go fucking take a look at that right now. Hold on, you can use my screen.
Yeah, I gotta use your screen.
Let's just take a look at what his program director billet description says.
Right. Oh, let me pull up this real quick one more okay, well, let's come back to it too, because number 6 is really important.
Okay, but here, so go ahead. Do number 6 real quick.
All right.
Oh, and number 5. And number 5.
All right, number 5. Eventually, Child Protective Services will be notified and will investigate, corroborate with every single thing I'm sharing with authorities and legal counsel currently. What's this got to do with our children? You're asking for an ass.
And here's the thing too. Like, he works with the city. And like, do you know how fucking serious like CPS is? Like, false reporting to CPS.
Oh,
like, it's a serious fucking offense, dude.
Yeah, it's a crime.
Yeah. So go ahead. Number 6.
Number 6, and this is what's really disturbing too, guys. And this is where he needs to be. Everything all the way through 1 through 6, he needs to be held liable for. Eventually, physical harm will come to me.
Yeah, whether self-inflicted.
Whether self-inflicted, guys, whether self-inflicted or physically from their constituents, implicating them both, and as such. So basically, this guy is saying
he's trying to pin his massively narcissistic behavior and bad life decisions on us.
Okay, you said that, but I'm gonna say something more explicit. This fucktard is threatening to kill himself and to hurt himself.
Oh, and yeah,
somehow,
right.
I'm supposed to give a fuck. First off, don't get me wrong, guys. Like, suicide's a big fucking deal, and if you have any, suicidal thoughts,
yeah, we both lost people to both lost people to suicide. By the way, like,
fuck around with is pieces of shit who play that fucking game. Because what he's doing is called abuse.
Yeah,
and he's trying to use this form of abuse of, oh, I'm gonna hurt myself. Well, then go get fucking help, you Nimrod. Please get help. I've been asking you to get help for the last fucking 2 years. Get fucking help, Zohar.
I mean, didn't he say he was going to get help? Didn't he say he's going to get help? I mean,
he said it on the show almost a year ago when he fucking
So
please ban me. I'm going to go get help. And then before he started all this shit, guys, he sits there and he goes, "Look, I'm in the hospital," and shows me his fucking hospital fucking thingy as some fucking I give a fuck.
No, he said he made it seem like it was because you were gonna do a live about him.
Right, because I was gonna do a live on him.
Okay, so because somebody's gonna do a live about you, Mr. Public Figure Doctor Man, who has 3 different YouTube accounts, you narcissistic fuck. You're gonna send them a picture of a hospital bracelet you're wearing,
and doctor, respect him.
and imply.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, it's ridiculous. My screen is like bugging out right now. What is going on? Okay, can you pull up my tab?
All right.
Sorry. Is it on there?
Yeah, let me fix there we go. Yep, I see it. Department of Mental Health, Program Director Zohar Vaisman, Gang Reduction and Youth Development, Parent Education, and third tab, Counseling and Therapy. Let's repeat this: counseling and therapy. So what is the importance of this, guys? This is his, I don't even know how to fucking pronounce this fucking website. LinkedIn account. It's a professional website where,
that's NDFY.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. This is not even his.
That's his work website.
This is his work address. Yeah, I'm sorry. This is from his fucking work site, from New Directions of Youth. And this is his bullet. This is his bullet stating that he is a program, not just a program director, but he conducts counseling and therapy. So this collaborates with all the fucking shit. He says, I do therapy sessions. I'm hire therapist. I have, I intern therapist. I do therapy, which he's not authorized to fucking do. Now, if you were registered, meaning that so here's the semantics, guys. On the Board of Sciences or through the DCA, the California Board of Psychology, you become registered is basically semantics for license. Okay, so when you're registered, you're licensed. Okay, so that's the semantics between being registered. That means you hold a license. So even if it's for him, he had a pre-associate's license. So he's not fully a therapist or a psychologist, but he's allowed to, with that registration/license, the pre-registration one, he's allowed to study and be a steward under a supervisor. So as long as they're overseeing him and signing off and doing the checklist, he can perform these duties. But that stopped back in 2012. You hear me? So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and regardless of whatever it is, I mean, if you look at even the therapist that he was saying didn't get hired in those interviews that he took pictures of, and which, by the way, was just super fucking cringe to even see. But took pictures of, like, I mean, even that girl, that woman, that lady has she has a fucking valid license.
Oh yeah. So you're talking about the girl that from today, right?
Yeah, the
right. So
one of the three. Yes. She has a valid LMFT license, associate license.
So
and
okay, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, I mean, she has a valid license. Like all those women that he didn't hire, like it blows my mind.
And she was the intern.
Exactly.
This is insane. He was not even authorized. Like, and it's sad because if he's signing off on their stuff, like he just a grave crime. Like, what the fuck? All their hours literally don't count. Yeah,
there's no way. They have an LMFT there. Like she has to be the one who's signing off on it. Like there is no fucking way.
Maybe, who knows? Like it's insane. But today was interesting, and hopefully I don't. Yeah. So what ended up happening was we're talking about she. So in one of the videos, Zohar claims that a photo that we shared from his own audio was a stock photo from, I guess, Google or whatever. So he's like, Google those things. It's just
that shit was rich. That shit was rich.
Right. So we basically proved that it wasn't. And I contacted one of the girls he sexually basically harassed and molested over the audio, and she thumbs up my video. So she's aware of his misconduct. So actually, let me pull this video up for context that I'm talking about.
Well, he didn't. He was being extremely sexist in his hiring practices and was not using a fair construct for the way that he was hiring these women, according to what he said.
Right. I was being what do you call it? I guess salacious in my wording. You're right. Let's see here. Let me go ahead and acknowledge the chat here, though. Kevin, yeah, it sucks. Reese was hilarious with this forklift combo. Thor says the program director, I believe that means he drives a desk. Exactly, Kev. And Andy says, yeah, he's trying to set it up for us to be blamed when he fucking, does some bullshit to himself. And Kevin is acknowledging us on the suicide awareness. But yeah, let me go ahead and play this tab real quick. So this is the rebuttal to his rebuttal. Hold on real quick.
I'll be right back.
Yep. I'll go ahead and play this for you guys. Here we go.
Sexualizes his employees.
Listen to me. You got to show your tits, okay? You got to show your tits.
This is incredible. Like, you just come up with these lies. It's actually very impressive. Number one, these are not my coworkers. This is actually a stock photo. So you can take the black tape off because these are not my coworkers. It's a stock photo. And the timing of you playing that audio is just perfect, implying that I talk like that to my coworkers. You know this was about you. You know this was about giving you.
So like he said, right? Uncover their faces. Per his request, right? Now, you see the photo above, right? And you see the photo below. Same date, time.
Want to see why
Context.
I'm so wound up? I'm going to show you a picture of. I took a picture of my therapist today. And the therapist, or some of the therapists that I intern. This is going to be, when you see the picture, you'll know why I'm so wound up in my videos.
And he goes, because I can't fuck these people. There you go. So I think y'all get the point, right? Y'all get the point?
Yeah, and the other thing is like him speaking to like thinking that, dude, that made me like really uncomfortable. When he was saying stuff like that, like what, like, dude, really? Like, I think I was pretty taken aback when he was saying stuff like, you have to do this, you have to take your tits out, you have to fuck somebody, like blah blah blah. I'm like, to me that's like, that's sexual harassment.
Oh yeah, clearly.
So it's, and the fact that he admits it, he admits that he admits literally that he was saying it to me, and the point is that he is speaking that way to women in general, and it's disgusting. It's like, dude, you're like you're violating me, and then he has the nerve to say all the stuff that he said about them, which is he can't fuck them, why he's wound up all the time, and that, then talking about his hiring practices, and that the running joke in the office is that he, that maybe he shouldn't be hiring people because, and I said to him, I'm like, oh, okay, so you only hire, perfect 10s because all these women are pretty and they're like good looking women. And I'm like, so I don't like, and then the picture he sent me, it looks like a damn like Brazzers shoot or something.
Right. And just so that you guys, I didn't mean to put that to play. That you guys see this for context is that I tagged one of his victims here, the one that y'all saw in the video, and she thumbs up that, meaning she acknowledges the video
Yeah,
acknowledges
she
the
saw it.
receipts. She saw it, and she thumbs up it, guys. That means, like, when you thumbs up something, that means you approve and you acknowledge the receipts. She didn't thumbs down it. She didn't go, "Hey, stop tagging me," none of that stuff. She's like, "Okay, I see this." So
Yeah.
it was her. So
Yeah.
she basically confirmed, guys, it's her. This is on this is on LinkedIn. Okay, this is the professional resume site.
And then let's not forget that we have evidence of him sending screenshots of Danny's wife, of Katie,
Right.
and him saying some of like the really lewd things he was saying in like a disgusting way, not even like kidding, like,
Oh yeah, let me see if I can pull up more.
and taking screenshots and then even him saying like, look at me, like I harass people, I blah blah blah, I'm like stalking people. And it's like he knows what he's doing, and it's like he literally feeds off of it. Like the level of manipulation that this guy does on people and the head games that he plays with people, like I can't imagine what it would be like. Huh?
I'm sorry, I found audio about Danny just now.
Oh yeah, no, go ahead.
I didn't mean to play it that loud. I was just making sure it was this it. All right, to confirm, this is some shit. This is just recently, guys. About now he's mad at Danny again.
And by the way, I don't even like Danny, but I think that it's bullshit what Zohar was doing to him, and I think it's bullshit what he has done to him and Katie, and especially Katie, and yeah. So I mean, like, the fact that he's fucking with anybody, period, is not okay with me.
Hey, Kevin,
Danny's a prick.
Do you understand what this dude is about, Kevin?
I'm not going to go. I'm not going to.
He deserves to be picked on, but that doesn't mean he doesn't deserve to be called out either.
Right. No, he's a prick in my opinion. Like I don't care for him. He's full of shit. He's fake, and he has gone. He steals ideas from people. He has gone behind my back and approved of like bigot bullshit. And so that's just the way it is. Like, but I'm not going to try and cancel him because he's an asshole. Like he does his own thing. He's got a family, and I think that he at least has the understanding, like the human understanding of boundaries. So Mensa, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was just asking Shadow.
Guy over the past year before my eyes were open to the fact that he's a damn unappreciative psychopath. Yeah, fuck you, Zohar. No need to apologize, Kevin. I mean, I'm just being real, dude. Like, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna do that shit of, I'm not playing that game with people. Like, I'm either gonna support you because you've been good to me, and we're like on a, like, and when I say that, I mean like giving me mutual respect because like I'm a human being and you're a human being, and you're not a fucking moron that can't think for yourself, and has some level of decency or open-mindedness. So yeah, I mean, but it's just what it is. I've had to learn a lot of things the hard way on YouTube, like when it comes to interacting with people online.
Yeah, so Zohar wrote, okay, Twisted thing is doing a roast too. You think it's on him? I think it is. I was like, I don't know. And it's just because Twisted is friends with Jade and Gary's doing way too much. I'm like, I don't know Twisted. And he's like, okay. He says, never mind. Oh, it's not about Gary. So he's all freaked out, about, I guess, Twisted doing something. And then he writes.
Yeah, he was always saying that shit to me about Twisted and Rev and going off about it. And I'm like, dude, I don't know. I know about what happened with Twisted, and I'm like, I don't know anything about him at the time. I didn't know him at all. And I never like fed into that shit. Like I'm not the type of person to just like believe something without seeing something first. And I'm like, that's your own fucking problem. Like that's your own beef. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
And it's like you said, like, if people have problems or whatever, like that's their own problem. But I mean, you basically like you reap what you sow, and in that case, like after seeing a lot of the shit, I was like, yeah, well, you fucking deserved it. So
right. So then he sends me this audio and he's like, fuck Danny. And I'm like, well, I told you, be careful, but this is what he says.
Me, Corner Kate, big fucking fight. Like he did a community post sharing my channel, and no wonder I'm not getting any more subs. That community post that he did is gone, and so I text him, "Hey, what's up? Why did you take down the community post?" And he's like, "Well, my wife doesn't want to promote you. Doesn't want to openly promote you.
Good.
You can come on the show.
Good.
Come on the show.
No, bad.
Whatever, but we can't openly promote you." So I'm like, "Wow." So. Okay, so I'm like, okay, so that's pretty fucked up. So I can pretty much come on the show and super chat you and give you money and all this shit, but you won't support me. So I
can you guys hear it now?
Money, but you won't support me. Is that what you're saying? He's like, yeah, just I can't. My wife won't want me to openly support you, but you can come on the show. I'm like, I just fucking cussed him out. I'm like, you know what? Fuck your show. Like I forgot what I said, but I'm like, fuck your show. Fuck that whack ass show. You have a show that's all
there you go. Pause it, Mensa. Please.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know what? And Katie has every fucking right. And Danny should be bowing fucking down and kissing her toes and literally never talking to Zohar again. Like, he should have just blocked his ass and not even explained it to him. Like, dude has disrespected your wife on so many different levels. Like, there's kidding around and there's joking, and then there's like straight up, like flagrantly disrespecting, harassing, and all these other things. And here's another thing, like, I want to get out. Zohar said he made this huge claim that like I was quote unquote manipulating things because I came up with the fucking hilarious idea of him stuffing pillows in his shirt and playing his MK cabinet. Like, thanks for giving me credit for coming up with that really funny skit that you got a lot of views on and got so much attention off of dipshit, because it was a joke. It wasn't supposed to be like mean. It was just supposed to be silly and funny. It wasn't supposed to be like fuck you or be mean or anything like that. So yeah, that was my idea. I said it would be really funny if he did that because he's a guy and it would look ridiculous. So that type of shit though, like how he'll take shit and turn it around on people and try and make it look bad when he's back there being like, so I took a screenshot of her tits and yeah, you know what it said? I like to suck dick. Then when I looked at it closer and I'm like, dude, Jesus Christ. Like, and I mean, that's just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, he's said all kinds of other shit. And I'm like, bro, like what he does is malicious as fuck, and it's because he's jealous. He's jealous of Danny. He's jealous that Danny, this is what I think, I can't say with certainty, but based off of the fact that he says he's MPD and the way that he acts, my theory is that he's jealous of Danny. He's jealous of the fact that Danny has, a lovely wife who's really sweet, and that he has, all these arcades, and that people like him because he's enthusiastic and stuff. And it's like, dude, you know what? Maybe if you weren't spending so much time being a lying piece of shit, maybe you could get some of those things. But instead, you know, he wants to do what he just did and leave a message like, I super chat him and he doesn't want to let me be on his channel, which just goes to show, it proves that he thinks that he can buy people by super chatting. Like, I don't give a fuck how much money you drop in my chat. If you even do, like, I don't give a fuck. Like, that's not going to change my mind about you being a piece of shit.
Mm-hmm. And remember when this all started was a social experiment to his ass just to defend Danny's wife, and he went ballistic on me. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah.
Before I knew you, you were like, well, I'm like, well, you know, blah, 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 Zohar. You're like, yeah, that's because you haven't challenged them yet. I'm like, uh-huh. And then boom, I'm like, hey, man, be careful about, you know, going after Danny's wife, and, you know, that you don't want people to think you're an asshole, right? You know, because she's not part of this. Fuck Danny, fuck that big titty, you know, bitch wife, and da 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 da. I'm like, whoa, you know, and that's where it all started. And then, you know, like I said, you know, fuck Danny. I agree, fuck Danny, but you know, his wife has nothing to do with it. She's a lovely lady. She's a good person. You know,
and she clearly has more, more insight into what's going on. Yeah, mm-hmm. And she clearly has a lot more insight into what's going on and more like, you know, social sense of like the type of bullshit. Probably because she's dealt with it. She's dealt with that bullshit narcissistic behavior probably a lot in her life. Like, that's just my guess. I can't say for sure, but I mean, clearly, like, bro, Danny, if you ever see this, you owe him no explanation. If anything, you owe your wife an apology for ever allowing him to come in to the channel and to do any of the shit that he did, because that is, you should like, I'm sorry, like, this is just my opinion, but your wife deserves better than that, especially when you put all of her shit out there.
I love hearing her opinions, Kevin, and you're right. Jade, you're right, 100% correct. She, like, I don't think he puts her on enough. Like, stop catfishing at her on the damn.
Well, and the thing is, she probably doesn't want to. If I was in her shoes, I wouldn't want to either, because it's like the same shit over and over. And she's called that out before. It's like, God damn, like, are you guys fucking done? Like, circle jerking on this subject? Like, no, we're gonna fucking squeeze it out as long as we can. You know, like, yeah, and it, you know,
imagine if the ladies just only had their show. Like, who needs the guys? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I
you
know,
like, imagine if it was just them.
I really would love to, like, get her on a show, and just, I don't have like, this is like, I want to have like an actual like show with like women who can talk about shit. But yeah,
you would be the most popular. You guys would be the most popular show on in this.
I don't give a shit about that. I just want like the female companionship, like, so I don't feel like I'm going crazy, you know, with all the bullshit that goes on. But
the guys will gatekeep that, or the husbands gatekeep them too much.
Dude. But anyways, okay. Anyways.
But let me finish this. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and finish the audio. Sorry.
You're good. You better save up money and start buying other shit, because your fucking floor is gonna cave in with those 30 cabs or whatever. I let him have it. I'm like, dude, you're the most ungrateful human being ever. Don't talk to me ever again. You are so fucking ungrateful. You won't support me, but you'll take my money.
Like, what a fucking bitch.
You're an ungrateful human being.
What a baby.
He's like, yeah, I gotta listen to the wife. She doesn't want you, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh my God. So I'm fucking done with Danny. I'm never fucking going on that show. He's like, you can always go on the show. I'm like, you will never fucking see me on your show ever again. So that just I'm not about that life. I'm not gonna do videos. I'm not gonna do shorts. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not doing drama. But I have to share with you, man. You were fucking right. You were fucking right about Danny not trusting him and what type of human being he is. What an ungrateful guy. The fact that he would even, the audacity to be like, oh, you can still come on
the funny thing is that's not even what you were talking about.
That's his way of saying,
No, it
come and
wasn't.
give us money. And we're not going to even support you, but you can give us money. Fuck you, bitch. God damn, man.
See, this is what he, you know what he was trying to do right here? What was he trying to do
It's
right
only
here?
a few more seconds.
So he's promoting me, and then all of a sudden he's not promoting me. What a piece of shit. Fucking right the whole time.
Real quick, I was talking about the N-word scenario and how he was being a troll ass bitch about it. That had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, that had absolutely nothing to do with it. And what he was trying to do was be like, oh yeah, you know, Danny said he can't openly promote me because his wife, which, okay, you should respect that motherfucker. You should be like, okay,
Right.
well, I mean, you know, hey. But then instead turns around and says, you ungrateful bitch. And, you know, I super chat you. Basically, you owe me. You should allow me to be in there because I super chat you. And he's trying to tell you all this in a way to where he's like, yeah, you know, like, so now you should have my back when it comes to Danny, right? Like, because it's a completely unrelated fucking issue.
And I clearly said, leave him alone. You know, like, leave Danny alone is what I had told him.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the evidence is there. Like, it's crazy. Hey, I got more apparently. You want to hear this? I don't even know what it says. You ready? I'm gonna press play. Here we go.
Every fucking thing you're saying from now on, because apparently I'm listening to every fucking thing you're saying from now on, because apparently you know human behavior way more than me. I didn't fucking see it. Fucking piece of shit. Still going off like, and he's like, I have no right to talk about anybody behind their back. Yeah, I do. It's bro code. It's guy code. I have every right to say whatever the fuck I want behind closed doors, privately. And he's like, you have no right to talk about my wife like that. I don't have no right to talk about your wife like that, but you have no right to whore your wife. You can whore your wife for shorts all you want. But if I say something privately, what everybody is fucking thinking, everyone's fucking thinking exactly what I'm thinking.
See, that is insane.
You have no right to talk about my...
Yeah. It's 40 more seconds. Yeah, that's crazy, right?
That's fucking crazy.
Here we go.
My wife like that privately. Privately, yeah. I could do whatever the fuck I want privately. So everyone's thinking that shit. I don't think he has the right to fucking whore out his wife on every fucking short known to man. Oh, God, the delusion is fucking crazy. Whatever. I'm over it. I'm going to go exercise so I can... That's how I usually deal with my shit. I exercise or I play fucking VR and murder people in VR. I don't do shorts or drama anymore. But goddamn, what a piece of shit. Take my money, but don't support me. But you can come on the show. You can come on the show if you want. Yeah, to give you money so then you don't support me? Fuck you. I'm listening.
Yeah, I like how he admits to murdering people in VR. That's perfect because that's exactly what the analysis of his behavior on his VR channel is. Same day you make a post about whatever it was. I don't even remember what your post was about. I just remember that he responded by on his VR profile killing a fucking ape and Samuel L. Jackson as violently as possible. And
yeah, it just goes to about.
Yeah, it just goes to show you how sick and fucking twisted that this dude is, that is a fucking mental health professional that works around children. I mean, he basically threatens to off himself and then tries to pin it on other people. He uses VR to like violently fucking murder people that look like content creators that criticize him and call him out for his bullshit. He is he's unlicensed and you know, let's go back to that for just a second. Right. For the unlicensed thing, because in number 3 he said, I'm not an unlicensed therapist practicing therapy unlicensed or whatever retarded shit he said.
Let me pull that
he says that, and he says, I'm a program director, which in his program director job description, it says therapy and counseling. Therapy and counseling. And if you look at his LinkedIn and you see everything on his LinkedIn profile, it indicates that he is a therapist, a counselor, or works as, you know, in some sort of psychiatric setting or something like that. And so you have all these things, and it's like, you have to be licensed to do that shit. Like, you have to be. And so him flipping out about, and what was there's in the first video where he debunks all the lies, he has this long-winded bullshit thing about how, you know, pre-doc and post-doc, and then talks about being revoked or canceled. And it's like, dude, you don't even know what you're talking about. Like, what the fuck are you even saying? And none of it makes sense. So basically, but he said that he had another license, we just don't see it, was the insinuation, if I'm not mistaken.
No, it was more than just the insinuation. That's exactly what he said, and which is a lie, because what ends up happening, guys, is, once again, when you look up these people, it shows everything. So, example, he was studying under an individual, which he puts on his LinkedIn account. And when you go to that person, it shows who begat who. So it shows that she was certified by, and who she certified during those time frames. Right. Zohar ain't one of them, even though he put them down as one of them. He just canceled it out for whatever reason. He just canceled it. I called him. I asked him, I'm like, does he have any enforcement against him? She's like, yo, he just canceled it. He's like, he did it for like a year and stopped. For what? I don't know. I guess that's his business. But what's my business is the fact that going on from 2012 up until present, he's been doing therapist duties, which is covered under the Board of Sciences. And he's testified as a primary therapist. Like, it's just a no-go. I know it's a fucking no-go because I've asked them about this shit. It's a no-go.
Yeah. Occupational therapist, psychologist, psychological associate license, LMFT, all that shit, social worker, all that bullshit.
He says he's done it all. It's insane.
And if he did have licenses for those other programs, it would show up in the Board of Behavioral Sciences or the CDA, or wait, what is it? CDA?
Which is all under the same umbrella.
It's all under the same umbrella. So you would see immediately associated with his name what license he held and whether or not it was still valid. And it's like I said, if you look up the girl who we were playing the short on earlier, who he didn't hire or allegedly didn't hire at NDFY, she's got a fucking valid associate license.
Exactly. It like it's insane. Like, here's the site. Like,
it's not difficult. And I mean, the thing is, like, him saying that he's doxxed and all this bullshit, like, no, dude, you're not fucking doxxed, bro. You literally have a YouTube account that says Dr. Zohar Vaisman. You literally have a YouTube account that says that. You clearly state you're in California, and it's not difficult to use this website or Google and look shit up. Like, it's very easy. It's very easy. And I find it preposterous that he says. I find it preposterous that he says that he's being doxxed. Like, you're not being doxxed, dude. This is literal public information, like public knowledge. You know what? And if you want to say that you're being doxxed because of like DM voicemails that you left people, well, you kind of left them a gift then, didn't you? Because last time I checked, you took Justin's DMs when Justin did absolutely fucking nothing to you, and you laid all his DMs out. Don't worry, we have that video too. You laid all his DMs out on the fucking table and out of context, which is slander, and made him look like tried to make him look like a piece of shit, when in fact you were actually being the piece of shit. So don't even try and pull that shit about doxing, because there is no doxing. Like, it's the shit's just there. I don't know where Mensa went, but you can see the behavior pattern with this guy and like why people literally lose their fucking minds, because it's like somebody is giving you a fucking lobotomy, like they're sticking a fucking needle in your brain and like twisting it around, and it's like am I fucking crazy? And then you have the whole community who's sitting there like, oh, console fanboy, console fanboy, oh, Zohar, you know. So you have all this going on, and he, you know, he goes out of his way to make people look bad by lying about them, and that's called defamation, motherfucker. And if you think that I haven't had an attorney review all this shit and look at it, you are out of your fucking mind. Like, you have no idea. And the fact that the shit continues to like go on is just mind-blowing to me. Like, it's defamation. You are lying. Okay? There's a difference between making something up that's not true and then actually having factual shit out that is true, or saying speculatively, you know, this could have happened, but it's speculative. And then making medical diagnosis about people publicly without their consent, when you're not even, first of all, you're not even licensed. Secondly, ethically, you're not supposed to fucking do that, dumbass.
Exactly. He has no like you cannot offer a diagnosis of somebody and then basically do it just because you're mad at them, and then lie about it and then go and say so. There's a difference between going, I think Mensa looks funny because he has a big fucking nose and fuck him. Okay. I mean, freedom of speech, you know, I hate it, but you know, like, what am I like? I don't give a fuck. And then there's another, you just seriously defaming. Like, here's the fucking fact, guys. This is what I'm illegally allowed to say. Zohar Vaisman does not have a license. You know, like,
yeah,
it's right here. Like, you, Zohar Vaisman, does not have a license. Just like he does, right? Does not have a license. Right here. Like, it does that. This is not defamation. Zohar Vaisman does not have a license since 2012.
Oh yeah.
These
make sure you pull up his YouTube so that everybody can see it's labeled Dr. Zohar Vaisman.
Right.
And yeah, so that everybody can see that, because he's a fucking public figure who's gonna run for Congress.
Right. Let's do that right now. So you present. Share screen.
Yeah, and then the funny thing is like, oh, you know, I guarantee you he's under some delusional context of they have no reach, like there's no reach, you know.
Dr. Zohar
it's a small channel. It's called documentation. Why is it all small like that? That's weird. Well, yeah, there you go. Dr. Zohar Vaisman, at Dr. Zohar Vaisman. You know, and there he is. Me. Yeah, it's.
I'm doxxed.
But yeah, literally anybody could just go find this shit anywhere. Like, it's plastered all over the place.
Let's check out.
Yeah, there is a lot of room. There's a lot of wiggle room for freedom of speech, 100%. And cyberbullying, yeah, it is still a thing. But where cyberbullying comes in, it's like, you know, like formal harassment, and you have to have like real evidence of cyberbullying. And you know, somebody like talking shit or having an opinion about another YouTube channel or a public figure is not illegal. And somebody proving that someone is, you know, not a licensed doctor and lying about all these things and is sus as fuck, like, there's nothing illegal about that either, especially when they're a public figure saying they're a doctor, writing books where they don't disclaim that they're not licensed, and, you know, changing their political views for clout, and literally lying and diagnosing people and recommending medications for people in a public forum. I mean, not to mention without their consent.
Did this cunt delete his post about his little diagnosis to us? I think he did.
No. No
way.
It
on the doctor one or is the other one?
Scroll down. Let me see.
It's not.
Go. Stop. Right here. PSA. Follow me on Twitter. Read more.
Okay. Yeah. So he edited. Look at it. Let's see here.
Yeah. We'll scroll back up. He edited to say, yeah. But see, the thing is, you're already fucked because we have all the screenshots of the ones that you left up for days, and you still leave this up. Which, open it back up again real quick. Open it back up. Scroll down to. First of all, I am not an unlicensed therapist practicing therapy without a license. I am a program director. Okay, yeah, you're a program director, but in your billet description, it says therapy and counseling, dipshit.
But he wants to ignore the last 15 fucking years of his career that he's been performing illegal
where
therapy.
He's got all this stuff in his, you know, resume and LinkedIn profile. And scroll down to, let's see, what does he still have that bullshit on 5 and 6 or whatever? Yeah. Eventually child protective services, eventually physical harm. Like, this shit is insane. Like, this isn't. Why would you leave that up, dude? I mean, number 6 at least. Like, why would you leave that up? I mean, Jesus Christ. Like, number 5. Wow. But yeah. Look, he's still crying about evil people do exist. My YouTube channel, that MK kid, was terminated a few days ago, but was recently reinstated. Nobody fucking cares because your channel sucks ass. Your channel sucks ass. You suck ass. You suck ass at MK. You're not even a good MK player. You use Sonya and you cheap ass fucko the moves, and then the good players figure out what you're doing and then beat your ass. You suck. Your channel sucks. Your content is lazy, and that's what I think. I think that your channel is fucking trash, and you're a liar, and you use your channel to try and promote your fucking lies.
And he's been buying subs, guys, buying them like 6,000 fucking views, thousands. Like,
he bought them hella subs, dude, especially for his GeForce guy channel.
Amount of he buys. Y'all don't want to talk about that, huh? You don't nobody wants to do a show on that.
Yeah, dude. Well, no, his GeForce guy channel, because he made that post to somebody, and he was like, "Oh, how do you get so many views?" And then he goes and buys, you know, thousands of subs like a couple days later, payday on Friday or some shit.
Make it make fucking sense how a grown-ass man can be held under duress over the internet. That doesn't make no fucking
no, this is hilarious because he emailed you and begged to talk to both of us.
And I'm like, no, you don't get to talk to me until you prove.
Yeah. I didn't even want to talk
to Jade until you do X, Y, and Z. But that's me holding you under duress. That doesn't make any fucking sense.
I didn't even want to talk to him. And the only reason I entertained it was because, like I said, I'm not doing it unless obviously Mensa's there, and there's some sort of record to make sure that
Right.
this fuck doesn't try and go back and lie about shit or whatever.
Which I have the emails saying that we will not talk to you until you acknowledge X, Y, and Z. And then when you do talk to us, it's for accountability and to have a record or audio and video. And he agreed to it. And then he tries to pull the, are you recording me? And I'm like, yeah. You know, like hang up, bitch, if you don't like it. You're going to be recorded. And he's going to sit there and go, oh, they did it without my permission. The fuck we didn't. And even if we did, tough fucking shit. What are you going to fucking do about it? Nothing. There's nothing you can do.
He's just fucking full of shit. He's full of shit. Period.
Every fucking year, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And you don't come through. Like you tried doing it with Rainwater. You tried doing it with Brad. And you think your shit goes through. But here's one thing. I know what I don't do. I don't bluff. Zohar, you bluff.
Yeah.
I don't bluff.
Yeah. and the like one of the most pathetic things is that most of the people who support him or who you see supporting him are the ones who he's abused the most. And it's like content creator wise.
I had that audio on me because I'm
like
I'm
Jesus Christ, dude. Like have some self-respect for yourself.
Because I'm hyped right now enough that I want to play that shit.
You a bitch, Zohar.
Fucking oust all them motherfuckers.
Dude, it's just I mean the thing is, the bottom line is that the behavior patterns, the narcissistic behavior that and like the manipulative bullshit, like as an adult human being that he tries to pull on people. And the sad thing is that people either aren't intuitive enough or aren't cognitively able to work their way out of his abusive type of bullshit, probably because they've been abused in the past or they don't know any better, whatever the case is. But you know, we've all experienced like abuse and stuff like that in one way or another, like growing up and whatever. And he plays off of that shit. This guy.
I have to talk on this because this is just so stupid and petty. I'm here to make people laugh. Well, we're laughing right now because you're being roasted. Ha! You stupid fucker. Anyways, pictures attached are them flaunting the takedown. Yeah, it's pretty fucking funny. Implicating them as perpetrators. I don't know if I had anything to do with it, but it's pretty fucking funny that your shit got taken down. And even if we were, you idiot, that means YouTube said you fucked up, you dumbass.
Yeah.
Also, this will only add to my civil lawsuit. Your only suit will be with YouTube, you dumb shit. I don't have power over YouTube. You're a fucking moron.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I can't.
Dude, and the funny thing is, please do file a civil lawsuit, because not only are you going to get countersued for
dog.
Dude, you are so fucking screwed. And the fact that you literally false reported to higher government agencies. Like, goddamn, dude, you think both of us spending time in the military that we haven't worked or don't currently know people that are in these? You're fucking out of your goddamn mind.
You know, in these agencies and shit, it's like, oh my god, you're an idiot. That's
not me saying that we're corrupt and that's me saying that you are so out of your fucking mind and ignorant and thoughtless and impulsive. It's sad to see. It's sad to see that, like, literally there is an adult who is older than me who behaves this way and who has a position in society like yours, where you're allowed to be around youth And here you are trying to badmouth two people who you've essentially like you've abused, and like you've abused everybody in the YouTube space, and who you've harassed, and who you've lied about and defamed. And again, all of this can be proven easily. I mean, very easily. And I mean, I don't even have words for how unbelievably fucking dumb this is.
But you know what really got him mad out of all this?
It
was this photo right here. He tried to meme me and try to like, and I'm like, well, it's my fucking photo.
Oh,
so I use it as my avatar. And
that's
he
the funny
got livid. How dare this proves he did X, Y, and Z to me. He used my photo. It's mine, bitch. It's my face.
That's the funny thing. I mean, and we're just going off of facts here. Like, we're just going off of facts. Like, he has to sit here and literally like make shit up and lie, which is fine, because like I said, and I've said many times, the more that you lie, Zohar, the more evidence we have, and the more that's there for us to use. But I mean, not that we need it. We don't need it at all. Like, we already have way more than enough. Like, we're good. But the fact that he leaves it up here continues to like perpetuate the cycle, because you can see 3 weeks ago. So by seeing the date, like, you can see how long he's left this information up, this false information, etc., and like on his videos and all that stuff. And that he continues to perpetuate the behavior. And it doesn't matter if he takes it down or not, because we have, downloads, recording, date, time stamps, all that stuff. And he actually thinks that videos exposing him are illegal or harassment.
It's called whistleblowing, you dumbass. Like, that'll make no sense.
Good luck with that. So good luck with that in your civil case. That's all I want to say, is good luck in your civil case, because that's not going to turn out very well for you at all. No. I don't know, Mensa, have you ever heard of federal pound you in the ass prison?
Yeah, I have. I almost
I've heard of that place too. I heard it's not very fun.
It's not fun. Big rocks to little rocks. They go pretty hard there.
Yeah.
So let me see if I can pull this up real quick. I got a little treat for everybody. So where does it say? Can we read number one, this first part to the colon or to the comma?
I never operated as a therapist without a license.
Okay, right. Now, what year did he his pre-associates get canceled? 2012?
2012, yeah.
Okay. So guys, this is in 2017. Okay. What does this say?
Keep in mind, he was a primary therapist. He was a primary therapist.
Testimony of minors therapist. Now, why it says minors, because she was a minor, so they're gonna mark her as that. Like, that's not her name, but
she is. I mean, and her identity is protected here, which is good.
So you can find this on .gov, and you can pull up that. But when I pull up on the .gov, guys, it's under a doc, and I just can't pull it up like that. So I pulled it up on this case file right here. Okay. But yeah. So Dr. Zohar Vaisman, who has a doctoral degree in psychology, testified about this woman's decomposition, given his, diagnosis and claiming what she has done and hasn't done, X, Y, and Z, and stating his observation. The problem is this girl is fighting for her rights to be a free woman. Okay, because this is a conservatorship, kind of like what happened to Britney Spears. So she's basically saying, okay, yeah, I'm a little messed up, but I don't want to be at this facility. Okay?
Right.
And what ended up happening was, you could see on this guy's Instagram, oh, I'm so happy. He becomes a therapist in around July 17th of or it's like mid-July in 2017, right? And
Well, he gets
her
that
other
position.
actual
He gets the
therapist,
position.
right? Ends up happening that Dr. Williams states that she was doing great. But in the middle of July, when coincidentally, when somebody shows up,
Well, or became a primary therapist.
right, became a primary therapist middle of July, which states she had an acute. Y'all know what acute means? That means like a 180 turnaround. Like she was doing great, and then boom, she just fell off.
Very strange.
So how is it that we're testifying at the exact same time somebody showed up saying that she had a 180 turnaround? Exactly when this person showed up.
That's very strange.
Interesting.
Wait. Scroll up for Dr. Williams. Let me see. Okay, Kira Ann Williams. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Because I gotta go ahead. Keep going.
You're good. But she's been treating her since April. But she's like, I don't know what happened, but around July, when somebody else had, posted on their Instagram middle of July saying I became a primary therapist, this girl had an acute turnaround. And when you look up the reviews of this place, it's pretty startling. It's called Starview Adolescence Center. Let's see here.
Yeah, I mean and that's another thing too. So for these conservatorships, sometimes what these places will do is they will also find ways to keep patients there so that they can continue to get funding for them through their insurance payments, and they'll basically keep them there until the insurance runs out, or as long as they can. And this place,
go ahead.
I was just going to say this. I mean, aside from the really bad reviews that are written about this place, you can read articles about this place where it literally talks about like the abusive behavior of the staff.
Mm-hmm. Well, one person writes, I'm still dealing with trauma from being there almost 15 years ago. Interesting. Ooh, that kind of... Hold on. Sorry, I muted my... Oh, yeah, that's 2009. There was abuse, medical abuse. The doctors there loaded me up with meds that caused me to develop tardive... Damn, I don't even know what this shit is. Dyskinesia. When I was forcibly removed due to abuse by them, the doctors treating me after were scared the tardive would be permanent, and there was no possible it could have been an accident. It's insane to me that this facility is still up and running. Also, the pictures make it look so much nicer than it is. We were never allowed outside, only in a cage. The place was awful. Staff were all awful. Witnessed multiple people being violently abused by the staff. And you can just see all the 1 stars. I was there when this place first opened. I'm looking for Kelly Osborne. Damn. Everybody talking horrible places about this place. I used to be one of the kids over 10 years ago. And they were honestly the best group home I ever. I love my therapist. She actually helped me. So that was 10 years ago. We got a positive review. I was there twice. The second time I got kicked out for being too bad. This one person, horrible facility. My child was attacked by another child that's mentally challenged. So I was there in 97, 99. Only good thing about this place was the teacher more. He was good, cool. Just look at all these 1 stars. Like, it's just insane. Seems like some people better than others, mostly. But look at this, 26 reviews and only a half or 2.5. That's pretty bad. I mean, when you do the average median, it's no good. And then this is just Google. When you look at the other stuff, there's some horrific accounts that go on there.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of government, what do you call it? Investigations, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
and people are shocked that it's still up. Oh, it made the news, if I recall, right? It made like the yeah, there we go. Talked about yeah, has racked up a lengthy and troubling record right off the bat. Made the news back in the 90s. So it's got history.
Yeah. And I mean, like, way back.
Yeah, way back. But
But yeah, so
clearly
this
it's no
other
good.
this other doctor, Kira Ann Williams,
Mhm.
she's a psychiatrist. And it says she got her degree from UCLA.
Let me see here real quick. So if I go search,
So I mean,
you have her name pulled up still?
yeah, but here's the thing. If you go back to the other tab that we were looking at, where it was talking about, or where he was saying like that he could study, or he could practice therapy under somebody
yeah,
else's
yeah.
license.
Yeah, let me see if I pull that up real quick for you. Talking about this shit.
Yeah.
Mhm. Which is true if he was registered to be licensed.
Right. You have to have an associate license or some sort of license to be able to do that.
You have to be registered with the board. And once again, guys, the nuances,
Yeah.
registration means license. It has to be logged. You have to go through the board. The board has to acknowledge you. The board, it's your duty to go look yourself up and go, yep, the board acknowledges me. I am currently licensed. Let me see here. I'm gonna pull something up real quick. Let's see. Star view.
Yeah, and when it says on your expired license,
I'm listening.
It says no practice is permitted.
Right.
Yeah.
Let me see something. Try to pull it up real quick. There we go. License search. Kira Williams. Then I go to behavioral sciences. And yeah, there it is. What was her name? Oh, Kira, right?
Yeah. Kira Ann.
Oh, Ann.
But I mean, yeah. So, anyways, my point was just that if your licensure status says no practice is permitted, you're not allowed to provide therapeutic services even under supervision. Like that's just it's the way it works.
Right.
So the statement, this is the biggest bullshit statement, of him again outing himself.
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
it's beyond baffling because he knows.
I mean, I don't know how else to make this shit Barney for people to understand. Like, or for him to understand, like, how much more Barney style he needs it. You know, like, dude, it's just, I mean, it's whatever. Like, fine, he can go ahead and do that, but you know what? We're still gonna expose all the lies. We're gonna expose the lies. We're gonna expose the manipulation, and we're gonna continue to make sure that you understand that what your behavior and what you do to people is not okay, and especially in the YouTube space. Like, I mean, you can continue to do it all you want, but if you think that you're supposed to go unchecked and that it's going to be okay for you to go unchecked, like that's where you're dead ass wrong. Because just like it's okay for you to technically do what you're doing, which it's not in all respects, legally speaking, it's not. We can legally put you in check. So, and whether or not you think that us having reach matters, it doesn't. Because when people go to look at the documentation and they go to look at everything that is compiled, it's not going to change a damn thing. So you can flip out as much as you want. You can call us evil. You can false report and do all the stupid ass things that you're doing. But just like with freedom of speech, there's going to be consequences if you're doing shit that's, outside of the law.
Right. I mean, here she is right here. This is her. And I know it's her because psychiatry, back in 2000. And here's all her training hours. Everything's documented. It's renewed. It's good to go. This is how it's supposed to look, guys. Current. Renewed. Not canceled and stopped. Current.
Yeah.
License meets requirements for the practice of medicine in California.
Right.
Like.
And no practice permitted would mean no practice permitted, not even under supervision.
Practice. Psychiatry.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Now, there's psychiatrists. For those who don't know, psychiatrists are primarily the ones who prescribe medications based off of the recommendations of psychologists, or their
or they can do both.
Right. But yeah, so I mean, in conjunction with Vaisman's testimony and whoever the fuck else, I mean, he must have had them under the false pretense that he was allowed to practice. And the thing is, like, well, he just wasn't.
Right.
And you would think that he, instead of lying about us and about everything, that he would actually come with some hard evidence and be like,
yeah, I mean, it's not hard to shut us up, right? You just go boom, boom, like, here it is, dummy. Like,
okay,
I'm certified. I'm good to go. I mean, that make me shut up, right? Like, oh, fuck, like, my bad. I guess I was wrong, right?
Yeah.
But he's just making it up and he's showing nothing. What has he shown? What has he shown?
He's made up a bunch of lies and deflected like he usually does when he gets called out for lying. And so all that says to me is, oh, okay, you're definitely lying then, because what the records show and what you're doing doesn't disprove any of what the records show. And how else are you gonna work your way around that? How else are you gonna work your way around the facts?
Right. And it says postgraduate training is 9 years. And this motherfucker, he claims that he was a postgraduate. Therefore, it expired. Like, no.
Yeah, because it was like,
how none of that works. You're a liar.
It's like pre-doc for a year, then post-doc with your hours or whatever. I mean, and this is totally paraphrasing bullshit style, but I mean, essentially, like, if that were true, he would have been done in what, like 2015, 2016 or something like that.
Right.
So, I mean, and it's like, dude, it should be really, really fucking easy for you to disprove that shit.
Or I mean, at least in 2020, if it was like 7 years, and if it's been over 10 years or something like that, like, it's ridiculous. Like, he's just lying.
Yeah, the level of bullshittery is huge. My bullshit meter is off the charts.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, 100%. Like, I mean, and the thing is, like, big guy, we're not even mad. Like, this is easy. This is very easy to, like, sit here and bring the evidence and show all the receipts to show all your behavior, because everything is documented, and that's not harassment. That's just called being smart and being prepared in order to protect yourself because of people like you.
Right.
So, you can call it, again, whatever you want, and false report and lie, but thank you. That's just more evidence for us. And no, this isn't a manipulation tactic. These are just facts.
It's just the fact.
These are just facts. And I don't care. Like, here's another thing too. Like, your silence it's not going to make it go away.
Right.
You're
I'm
leaving.
not talking about it. Why are they still going?
Right.
No.
And you're leaving. Again, I'm not saying this. I don't care whether or not you remove your stuff or not, but that it's really stupid that you're leaving it up. But we have everything anyways. We have everything that we need. And it's comical to me that, like, your disorder that you told us that you have is so bad that literally, like, your impulsory actions cause you to essentially destroy yourself. Like, you would rather self-destruct. You would say things like, this only makes me stronger. Like, it only makes you a stronger case in court when you're getting countersued or you're getting sued because you've been defaming and slandering people and straight up spreading lies and false medical diagnosis without people's consent, talking about reporting people to CPS, talking about spam reporting, false reporting to higher law enforcement agencies, defaming people and using a veteran status as part of it to slander our service in the military as part of it, because you are not following protocol.
Exactly.
That's a really shitty decision.
And what's amazing is that somehow he thinks he can slander our decades of service as if we don't have awards, medals, federal documentation, citations, DD 14s, pensions, retirements. Like, dude, that's not how any of this works. But I know what all that you don't have, Zohar, a license to practice.
Yeah, and in fact, you have the opposite. It says no practice permitted.
Yeah, and you offering your medical diagnoses and I'm a doctor, this and that. You're a sham, dude. You're a fraud. You are a fraud. You're a YouTube fraudster. You're writing books. Like, what? Why would anyone buy a book from a guy that is not licensed to practice? That's one thing I'm wondering. Because you're definitely making it to perceive it. Like, why would anyone value your opinion on any topic
and
you're not even certified to talk about?
Ethically, you should be disclaiming in that book that you are not a licensed professional.
But instead, he's giving out forms and stuff. Like, do these forms. Like, who are you? Who are you to say any of this?
And then the book is literally, it says it's available to what's the starting age? Like 12
it's
or
like
something?
8-year-olds to like 16-year-olds or 18-year-olds. It's literally a children's book, and it's written like it's children's book. It's got like it would have never passed English class. That book is so.
But it would have never passed the board. Written. I can tell you that.
It's written like a 2-year-old. I'm telling you, it's bad. It is bad. I mean, the paragraphs. It's like size 17 font. It's spaced out. It's like literally like one. It's like a half a paragraph per page. And when I say half a paragraph, I'm talking like 4 sentences, because the font's like size 17. It is ridiculous. And then the spacing in between, it's just to fill up the blank space. It's ridiculous. It's like, dude, this is a scam. It is horrible. And
Well,
in none of
like he
his
said,
original
he
works,
only
it's all citations. Like it's like a bibliography, it's a poorly college, not even a college. It's a
but why did
poor
he do it?
middle
Why
school
did he
written,
write it?
quote unquote, to get under Jade's skin,
Yeah,
quote unquote. You
right.
know?
All the political stuff and the books were to get under my skin. Oh no.
What are we
Oh
gonna
no,
do?
look at the unlicensed doctor trying to get under my skin with his really shittily written books and his lack of evidence and scientific studies and stupidity. The only thing I'm offended by is the fact that you, sir, are allowed to do whatever it is you do in an organization that centers around youth.
Right. That's what's getting me right now is the children. I'll be damned. That
No,
this guy
I mean, and the fact that he is he's in a program that essentially, you know, receives funds from the city.
right. Exactly.
Mhm.
There it is.
By the way,
yeah,
I
go
also
ahead.
have zero feelings surrounding transgendered. I could care less about what they want to do. It's their choice. It doesn't make a difference to me. Everyone has their own life and can choose how to live it. What do I care? That book and all the political stuff was to get under Jade's skin. You're right about that. I wrote that book super fast thinking she would stop. It was the dumbest move ever. It was really the dumbest move ever.
Yeah.
I mean,
Pretty stupid.
pretty much every move you've done or made since then was one of the dumbest moves ever. By the way,
This dude.
like I mean, and again, it's just like we've talked about, like how does this dude exist in a professional sense anywhere? Like I mean, like what are we missing? You know, with that regard.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I don't think we're missing much anymore.
No, I think we got it all. I just thought it was pretty interesting that homegirl acknowledged my post here. The one who was most likely not hired due to his sexual frustrations.
Because she put her on her resume.
Right. According to him, right.
Yeah. And she wasn't up to his standards because he only hires a certain type of women, like the way they have to look a certain way or behave a certain way. And I'm sure if they aren't doty enough with him or whatever the fuck, that plays into it too.
Oh yeah, and remember that, guys. This was a stock photo, so she doesn't exist at all, right? But she acknowledges the fact that she's pretty much the one in the photo.
Yep, stock photo.
Because he would never say such a thing about one of his. And what's insane is she is more certified currently than he is.
She is, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because
she's got an associate LMFT, and it's current. It is current. So she is actually allowed to practice.
So this is what a certified individual that's currently licensed looks like, guys. So renewed and current. So she's allowed to study under actual.
Click the little icon over there, the little info. Yeah, there you go.
License renewal fees have been paid and continuing education requirement, if applicable, have been met. And so because she's registered and she has this license number because she's registered with the BBS under the DCA, she is currently allowed to study and perform her practices as a therapist. Okay.
Right. And it says, notice that it says associate marriage and family therapist, which means an associate associate professional clinical counselor, which means that that is a license to practice under supervision, basically. And
same here. Look, the below.
and
She's also has a counselor.
right, and she can still be in. It says continuous education requirements if applicable, meaning that if she is currently undergoing any sort of extracurricular courses for these certifications, that she's allowed to do so under these circumstances with the associate. So this is a license to practice under someone with a real license.
Correct.
And that's what you have to have, and that's what you need in order to do that.
So in November, guys, what's going to end up happening is she's going to renew her status. And it's going to continue further out, because if I click more details, it will show that, you know, when she initially got it, I'm just not going to do it because it might show her personal address and shit like that. And I don't want to do that to her. But this is how things are supposed to look. Okay, not canceled and expired and not permitted to practice since 2012, 12 years ago. Like, this guy's license has been canceled probably when she was still in high school. Like, it's crazy.
Dude, what I want to know,
probably in high school when this shit was canceled. Like, that's how young she is.
What I want to know is like what he is saying to other people who are starting to like see this stuff, if right. Any, you know, like, how are you lying your way out of this? Like, I mean, it's got to be like a really good lie for like a lot of these smart doctor people to believe. Like, it's got to be like some really good shit, you know, that he's on to lie his way out of this shit. And I'm sure he's using like the you know, oh, psychopath YouTubers harassing me, blah 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 blah, like victimizing himself. Right. But it's like, you know, is it that way, or does he like actually work like, you know, in some shit canister in the basement of the building and talks to a stapler? Like, you know, what exactly, like how do you make it there? How does that happen?
I personally think what's happening there is that the reason why he wanted that job so bad is because it's the only job that is oversighted the fact that he's not licensed, for one. I think they get away with not working, personally, as hard as they should be, because it seems, and this is my opinion, that when you deal with agencies that take money from the city, they're all about that, just taking money from the city just to take money from the city. I think he gets to go home on you know, and jag off. Like, I don't think he does much, and that's because his job is the type of job where interns come and they leave because they want to go off and do something more, to do something better with themselves,
right?
To make a name for themselves. And then we know the money ain't shit. Like, you live in California and you work for the city, you're probably making like 40 grand at best. Like, in California, like, where you need to make at least almost 6 figures just to make ends meet. Like, there's just no way someone with a fucking doctorate living in Los Angeles would want to make that kind of money. You know, like, who wants to stay there like that? You know what I mean? Like, unless you're the boss. So no, I think he's skating. I think he's personally skating. And he ain't doing shit. And that's why he loves what he's doing. And that's why he fought so hard to stay there. That's my personal belief.
It's probable. It's probable. But I mean, clearly he's getting away with a lot of shit because, I mean, you know, it's not the first time that he's had issues online with people. But you would think with the pattern of behavior that it would become a concern or that it would be a problem. And that's another thing that I just don't really like, where I feel like there's like a huge disconnect of some sort. It's very, very strange. Very, very strange.
But, you know, in the end, things are going to catch up. And
And
it's only a matter of time.
NDFY has a public Instagram, right?
They do have a public Instagram.
Let's take a look at their public Instagram real quick.
All right. Let's see here. Let's type it in. Let's see, Instagram.
Are we gonna? Well, do you want to wrap up after that?
Yeah,
Okay.
I do.
So we're gonna take a look at their public Instagram real quick, and then we'll wrap things up.
Let's see here.
Give me just a second.
Pulling it up now, hopefully. Let's see here. Not now. Let's see here. Search. Oh, recents. It's them. All right. Present. Oh, we got more from Kevin apparently. Let's see here. Cool. Searching. Let's see here. Present. Screen. Share. All right, it's up. Look who I found. I think Jade's taking a poop. Let's see here. All right. Back.
So what do we have? What do we have here?
I just pulled this up for now until you came back. I found
What is he doing in the background there,
I
dude?
don't
He's
know.
what is that? He's like trolling in real life. What is that?
I think so.
It's just-
Actually, look at the screen here. Isn't that like this? You see that shit?
yeah.
The side profile thing.
What, dude?
Yeah.
What's up with his Jersey Shore hair?
I don't know.
like-
He looks like a jerk.
Hey, you seen Ronnie around here? I'm looking for Ronnie. He just like popped up in the middle of the picture.
Hey,
Like,
I'm standing here.
hey, Vinny.
Oh, wait, that's Monica in the back?
Oh, is that her?
It looks like her.
Man,
Looks like
dude,
some of the interns he couldn't hire, because he wanted to fuck.
bro.
It's ridiculous.
We're unhinged though. We're unhinged.
Right. Who that?
Wait, so is this Dillard first involved in social justice activism? Social justice activism.
Interesting.
This is an interesting connection.
Because Trump rules the world, right?
Yeah. And keep in mind that myself, I can't speak for Mensa, but myself personally, I'm not putting on political playing political charades. Whatever political facts that I'm speaking on are just, to me, I'm going to state if they're opinions or if it's just something that's based off of facts, and one of the things is that all of a sudden, because Dr. Vaisman was saying all these really shitty things about Trump, and then all of a sudden was a huge Trump advocate when we started exposing his behavior and all that stuff. And Trump doesn't give a shit about trans people. What he cares about is youth having hormones pumped into them and their biological process being interrupted. The fact that, in states like California, you now have a law that essentially can seal a child's medical record from their parents, and that child can come out to a teacher or whatever, which takes away control from the parents. So technically they could be, coached into going in a certain direction by somebody who's not even their fucking parents. So my point is just that the bullshittery of him making it seem like Trump is anti-trans or something, that's a bunch of horse shit, and he's just using that for another part of his bullshit manipulative narrative, which of course I'm sure most people can see right through his bullshit. So
right. Looks like they do take city type fundings. Look at this, $1 million check from a congressman.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yep.
So there is oversight.
Yeah.
Interesting. Guess I know who I should be emailing later.
Dude, do you remember the military thing? Write a letter to your congressman. I mean,
right.
That shit's, and it's, they answer back.
Right. Looks like a little award ceremony.
Oh, is that Monica?
It might be.
Monica.
Yeah, that's her. I think that is her. Same shape.
Monica, no.
Monica.
Yeah.
Help me. I work for you. Help me.
I work for you.
They're coming for me. Make them stop. Make them stop.
Biggest bullshit lie I've ever heard in my life. The desperation. Well, this is and there you have it. I mean, they receive. It's right there in black and white, public, in color too. They receive funding from the city, Congress, people who are familiar in the media industry. And this is California that we're talking about. This isn't, some middle state or a super conservative state. This is California. And which is funny because there's plenty of conservative people real conservative people in California, especially where I live. But they're actually not assholes. And he plays the conservative card as an asshole. And the thing is, the organization that he works with, there's nothing fucking like, there's not really any conservative values there. I mean,
No.
correct me if I'm wrong.
No, it's pretty liberal. I mean, I think it's safe to say, like, your conservative areas will be like up in like southern, deep southern, or up northern, but that mid area, yeah, not in that city.
Yeah, no.
I mean,
So yeah, so I mean, just more bullshit right there. Hey, you know what I was thinking though?
Mm.
If you want to,
Mhm.
but we should close out the show with
Mhm.
the Ninja Rap remix cover.
Ooh, let's do it. Where is it? Let's see. Oh yeah, your thingy. Let me pull it up. Ninja Rap. Oh, wait, why did I just type in Ninja Rap when I need to be going to your shit?
You can pull it up without sharing the screen, right? Or the audio. You can share just the audio from the feed.
I don't know. I don't think so. I'll have to pull up the video. Oh, wait. Yeah, hold on.
See, I'm looking out for you.
Yeah, I could pull it up.
Yeah, you guys, if you're still here, you're not going to want to miss this because it's a kicker.
Let me see here. Donna. Hold on. Scrolling. Make sure this is it. Let's see here. That one?
Well, yeah, I think so.
Did you make one or two? 2 minutes and 26 seconds.
What does it have? Does it have a mask on it?
It's got all the turtles.
Okay, yeah, it's that one.
Okay.
It's the Green Machine, gonna rock the town without being seen. Have you ever seen a turtle get down? Slam and jam into the new swing sound. Yeah, let's move. Vanilla is here with the new Jack Groove. Gonna rock all this place with the power of the Ninja Turtle bass. I said, you know I'm not playing. Devastate the show while the turtles are saying, Ninja rap, ninja rap, ninja rap. Go, ninja, 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 go.
I'm gonna forgive you for not direct streaming it.
Just feel it. If you know what I mean, give it up for the heroes in green, just flowing. Smooth with the power, kicking it up. Hour after hour. Cause in it's hard to go and done with it. You gotta aim straight to boot and hit the center. Get to win with the team of four. Ninja Turtles that you gotta adore. Red Star, ninja rap, ninja rap, ninja rap. Go, ninja, 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 go. Villains, you better run and hide, because one day you might not fly. So choose your weapon, but don't slip. Vanilla's in control with the facts of the mic grip, rocking the crowd the way it should be rocked. It's a Miami drop that you like a lot. You know it's hitting like a Ninja Turtle when the bass kicks in. You better check your level. The power of the ninja is strong. Never crooks until they're all cold gone. Ninja rap, ninja rap, ninja rap. Go, ninja, 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 go.
All right.
All
See,
right,
guys.
I thought you were gonna like actually stream it into the stream.
I
Yeah, but
if you guys
If you guys, yeah, it was bad. If you guys like,
Oh, boo.
if
You
you
should have
guys
said
like,
something.
if you guys liked what you heard, though, I'm gonna have an EP with some of the remixed songs or covered remixed songs
Should have cut me off.
that I did for my
Blame Jade.
I tried, but you know, I'm not gonna go berserker.
You should have.
Anyways, it's gonna be in my members
2
section
minutes of
on
that
my
shit.
channel if you're into that type of stuff. The song hits really good when you're listening to it with headphones on too, or in your car.
Yeah, it did. Well, I'm gonna end this like Sopranos and mid.
Step into the booth, it's time to ignite. Mental on the scene, bringing heat to the night. Spectres in the shadows, we rise from the dark. Blackouts the titles, let's leave our mark. Feel the pulse like the city's heartbeat. Blackout, we're turning it loud. Light it up like the bass draw crowd. Roots one deep in the echoing sound. We're reborn in the chaos, we wear it proud. We wear it proud. Voices of the past, whispers from the streets. Echoes in the alley where the real ones meet. Count the scars, each story a force. We're breaking the chains with every fierce course. We wear it proud. We wear it proud. We wear it proud. In this moment, we own our truth. Blackout, we're turning it loud. Light it up like the bass draw crowd. Roots run deep in the echoing sound. We're reborn in the chaos, we wear it proud. We're turning it loud, light it up, let the bass draw a crowd. Roots run deep in the echoing sound. We're reborn in the chaos, we wear it proud.